In many UK banks,
You wasn't going nowhere, dog. You
tellers can
fucking
press
slow.
a button that activates a rapidly
too
rising
slow.
security screen, protecting workers and preventing theft. This bank robber not only failed to check for any security system, but also mistakenly believed he was locked inside the bank, when in reality he simply needed to pull instead of push.
Oh, he's fucking stupid.
At nail salons or spas, women usually take off their rings when they're getting a manicure, because the chemicals they use can ruin the color. A smart thief took note of this and started going to salons and sneakily stealing engagement rings from customers. But well, if she was truly smart, she would have looked out for cameras.
Being charged with grand theft here. Authorities say the ring has been returned to the victim.
An instant regret moment for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Burglar happened when she got a little hot with the costume on. In Ohio, a man made the prosecutor's day when he accidentally dropped a gram of the illicit substance he was accused of possessing in the courtroom.
I don't understand that, bro. Why the fuck would you go to court with the drugs? Why? He was smoking on the camera while he on the phone with the judge. Come on, bro. Like, you're not finna get your head slapped and papped.
Escalators in the world, but a criminal's cardio was put to the test by a police officer who knew it would be pointless to chase him. A streamer thought he would be able to get away with streaming a pay-per-view UFC match on Twitch by pretending to play. Worth a try, but sadly got banned. Maybe not caught in 4K, but 480p instead. But this man is using what's called a jammer to trick the slot machine that he inserted cash by interfering with the machine's electronic circuits.
And watch his screen. The screen is spinning like crazy, and the bill's not even in the machine. He's holding the jammer.
A Florida man maybe misinterpreted the saying,
bro.
thinking outside the box, when he disguised himself with a box on his head while attempting to rob a phone repair shop in Miami.
Box, which doesn't appear to have any eye holes, fell off his head, revealing his face.
This nigga took it off his head. It didn't fall off nothing. It didn't fall off. Look.
Doesn't appear to have any eye holes.
Look. He took that bit off, bro. You trying to get right.
Fell off his head, revealing his face. Police had no problem finding him.
Not including major holidays, Halloween weekend is one of the days with the most DUI cases, meaning police are more alert on the road. A Hooters waitress coming from a Halloween party was stopped at 3:53 a.m. for stopping at a stoplight in the middle of the intersection. The officer ran her license and it came up that it was suspended, and her insurance was suspended as well. And to make things worse, she showed signs of being under the influence.
Not my first night doing this.
Okay.
Where are y'all really coming from tonight? Because your eyes are bloodshot and glossy, your speech is slightly slurred.
I'm just very tired, that's all.
There's alcohol coming off the gut. Okay?
After conducting a test that showed she was clearly impatient, and considering she had 5 license suspensions, the officer decided to book her for driving under the influence. The woman then revealed that she's from Switzerland, and that getting a DUI could lead to her deportation from the US.
I promise. Sir, I'm from Switzerland. I can't have a DUI, please. I don't want to get out of it. I don't want to get kicked out of the
Wait until
US.
I'll wait for no temperature and
I understand. I won't do dental, please, sir.
But you...
I literally stopped.
You're not even supposed to be driving in the first place. You have 5 different suspensions on your license. You have an insurance suspension and 3 failed up in traffic.
Bro.
I
So
promise I'll have somebody pick up me.
No.
We're past that.
But I will not
You
have
did this
anybody.
5
Please don't charge me
times.
for DI. I promise
the
I'll have somebody pick me up. Please, I'll leave my car here, like you said you would.
We can't leave a car here.
Please take the DUI off, please, sir. I promise I have somebody pick me up.
It's out of my hands.
And when pleading with the officers didn't work, she tried offering the officers to take everything off.
I'll take everything off. Please don't charge me. I want to go to jail. Please, sir.
I don't want you to take everything off.
But well, she still got booked and charged. But maybe now she knows that driving with 5 license suspensions and under the influence might not be a good idea. Okay, everyone in the courtroom should get an award for maintaining professionalism and holding their laughter. But when a man was ordered to a court hearing for his suspended license, he joined the Zoom meeting while driving.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Nigga tell a motherfucking judge, give me a second. Who the fuck are you?
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter.
She's going to jail.
Possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
The main prosecutor requested that his bond be revoked, which the judge agreed to. The judge then notified the defendant that he had to turn himself in by the end of the day. Let's just hope he doesn't drive himself to the station.
This is a driving while license suspended.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And
He like, oh
he
shit.
didn't have a license. I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond
like, oh,
is revoked
shit.
in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
TSA is supposed to protect us when traveling, but what if the agents are the ones stealing? Surveillance
Messed
footage
up
released
too
by
bad,
Miami's
son.
attorney's office showed 2 agents working together to steal thousands of dollars from passengers.
When Williams walks away, Gonzalez then appears to take something out of the bin and put it in his pocket.
And well, the 2 of them were arrested along with a 3rd accomplice
Nigga,
not
you
caught on the video.
thieving, bro. You
And as
can't
of
be
20
straight. The shit just go missing like it fall or something, but it did fall in the nigga hands.
was stolen, went to ask her neighbor if she had seen what happened. It was then that the neighbor's daughter suggested she call Victoria's Secret to get her money back. However, the woman never disclosed where the package was from, revealing that her daughter had likely stolen it. With this confirmation, the woman decided to call the police.
And she said, okay. I said, well, I'm going to call the police. She goes, well, you can call Victoria's Secret. And I never once said where it was from. $400 worth of stuff.
Oh.
So.
With the cop having the information he needed, he headed towards the neighbor's house to find the mother already at the porch waiting. The officer asked her to bring her husband and daughter, who were residents at the house.
I'm giving you guys the opportunity, if you guys did take it, to just give it back. Because if you don't, I'm going to do a theft report, and all 3 of you are going to be listed as suspects. So what's going to happen, there's a Ring doorbell right over there. So I'm going to go knock on that door and figure out who came out and picked up that package. And whoever did that's going to get charged with a theft, okay? And that's $400 worth of stuff. So either we give it back now, nobody gets in trouble, or I figure out who stole it and they're going to get charged. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm drunk.
That's how we're going to handle this?
Tripping, bro.
Find it,
No.
and we know who took it. It will be returned.
That's not how we're handling this. When we find out who took it, they're being charged with theft. Okay? We're not doing this, oh, you got me, I'm on camera, I took it, I'm going to give it back now. They're going to be charged with theft. I will arrest them for theft. I'm not playing around. Okay? So either give it back now, or I'm listing all 3 of you as suspects.
Okay.
Okay. Driver's license. All 3 of them.
While the parents went inside to get their IDs, they apparently had a conversation with their daughter. She decided to return the package to the neighbor. What seemed like a resolution only made the situation worse, as the daughter returned the package with many items missing.
Shit, bro.
She's going to make sure that all the stuff is in here.
Yeah.
Missing about 5 things.
What is she missing?
I can ask her. They're all different itemized things, so I'll have to...
Tell me.
Why the fuck?
I think you need to go ask.
Wait, I don't need to tell you shit. You stole my shit, bro.
And I believe her.
You stole my
I used to
shit,
order
bro.
from Victoria's Secret all the time, and the whole order did not come.
What the fuck? But
Because-
you literally got my shit in your hand, so why would I think it's anything else?
I used to order
Bitch.
from rules and you would get this off.
So that's what you think is most reasonable?
Yeah,
That's what makes the most sense to you right now?
yeah, it does.
Despite multiple items missing, the mother claims that her daughter Megan returned everything in the package, making the officer a little suspicious of her. So they asked her to bring Megan while another officer is getting fed up with the whole
That shit
situation.
is
Here's what we're
sick.
gonna do. We're gonna give her one chance to get those other items. If not, we're hooking her up and bringing her in. I'm not playing these games.
That's all that. Oh, come on, she said that.
That was all that was in there. Victoria's had missed 7 items of my stuff.
All right, what's your name?
Megan's.
All right, Megan. You have 1 chance to get the stuff. You have 5 items still missing, or
Okay,
you want
and
to jail
if
for
they're
theft.
missing the stuff, man, what do I do? What about Victoria's Secret? I go to jail for a year and package having missing.
You're mad and getting tight with this nigga because you stole $400 worth of product and didn't give them back the worth that was stolen. And you mad because they calling you a thief.
Items from Victoria's Secret?
That's why you don't take in packages that don't belong to you.
I did it! I threw it
But you took it.
down to her, and I didn't look at the name because I had ordered stuff too. I didn't look at your name. I really didn't. And now because Victoria's Secret's gonna miss it, I mean, I've had 7 items.
That's fine.
Basically denied taking it.
They didn't even cooperate until you threatened to arrest them. Does that sort of look like
that's exactly what happened.
I didn't want my husband going to jail for something I didn't.
Well, somebody's going to go to jail because you guys obviously aren't fessing up and giving all the items back.
I'm giving all the items back. Everything that, no, hang on. Everything
We've got 5 more that are missing.
Okay, I'm telling you, Victoria's Secret is missing that, not me. She's got a daughter, and I have a new job.
That has nothing to do with this.
Yes, it does. I don't want to go back to jail. I'll go to prison.
So stop stealing, bitch.
Go downstairs and make sure. I did. I checked everything.
She's gonna stay right here.
Wait a second. Can I say something?
No,
you
I'm tired of saying stuff.
This is I would go and I was in here.
Megan, hey, stay out here.
Megan coming at the officers with a disrespectful tone and doubling down on her lies was probably the worst thing she could have done.
There we
With
go.
multiple opportunities given to her to do the right thing, the officers gave up and decided to detain her. At this point, the neighbor was given the option to press charges, to which she did. And well, no one can blame her since stealing from your own neighbors breaches the trust and sense of security within your immediate community. Just before the interrogation began, one of the detectives went to grab his notes, and the suspect did what a totally not guilty person would do and jumped out of the window.
What the fuck?
Oh, no.
You already knew he bumped out of that
Captured
bitch.
a couple hours afterwards, and he still had his handcuffs off. At a 7-Eleven in Los Angeles, a man managed to get away with stealing $300 with an imaginary gun. Luckily, the LAPD posted the footage online and caught the man.
You can see his hand under his shirt and behind his back as he jumps over the counter and cleans it out himself. He got away with about $300. Even though it's only his hand, it's still considered a robbery, and he's still facing serious charges.
You know your lawn is a mess when even the thief that's about to steal your mower cuts your grass before leaving.
Before he made off with his loot, he mowed his victim's grass, mowed the front and backyards of the property. When cops arrived on scene, they say Hubbard ran from authorities, dragging the mower behind him.
When a customer at a jewelry store asked to look at a $16,000 ring under natural light, the store was happy to accept his request. Little did they know was that he was just going to walk away with it. At $7,500. Knowing she'll have to take it off to go through security, a man flying on Spirit Airlines accidentally left his carry-on at the ticket counter and filed a lost and found report to no avail. So he took it a step further and filed an open records request, and was given security footage of the airport, which showed Spirit workers opening his bag and throwing his stuff in the trash for no reason, and pocketing the valuables.
Eventually moves over to a trash can where she is joined by coworkers.
They having fun.
You can see her
they
open one pill
throwing
bottle
this shit.
and pour out the contents right into the can, all while her coworker appears to be taking cell phone video and laughing. The gate agent then throws the bag and the rest of its contents into the trash and casually walks away.
No one knows how this man managed to escape,
That
but
shit
after
fucked
being
up,
locked
bro.
in a holding
Come on,
cell, a
dog.
suspect had the brilliant idea of escaping, even after staring at the security cameras for a few seconds. He was even able to slip his left hand out of the handcuffs.
Notice his left hand is slipping through the handcuffs. He peeks his head out, wriggles his left wrist, pops open the door, and within 2 minutes casually lets himself out.
He was arrested a few hours later at his house, and even asked his wife for a ride without telling her that he was a fugitive.
He didn't really explain too much with me. He didn't have handcuffs on him when me and my mom picked him up.
Even though technology now allows law enforcement to safely stop moving vehicles, there are times when criminals leave police officers with no other choice. In Jogava County, around 7 in the morning, a driver under the influence refused to stop, even after being chased for several miles. Thankfully, there were no injuries, but spikes had to be deployed. Okay, I'm not sure why this woman would call the cops and then refuse to talk to them, but when an officer responded to a case of what seemed to be domestic violence, he met the caller in front of one of the apartment units.
What's going on? Who else does I want to say? I guess did you call us?
To escort somebody, that's it.
Okay. Do you need an ambulance for anything?
Look at my
What the fuck?
Didn't touch her. Don't come.
Nobody said he touched me.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Where's my next closest unit? Okay. Ma'am, just want to show you.
That's my crib. What you mean?
Okay.
After the man shut the door on the officer, the woman
Bro, y'all be safe out here, bro, because that shit, they get serious.
continued to be uncooperative. Then the former boyfriend came back outside, claiming the woman had hit him.
Okay. Hey, bud.
I never touched you. You hit me and I hit you back.
Just ignore him.
I never touch you.
So now I touch, bro.
Yeah, I hit the up off of me.
I got the proof. I was just sitting there.
Hey,
Bro, I got the.
Janiyah.
Oh, right. What you talking about? I'm not even no more. You started talking to me because you just gave me my key and I was gonna leave.
Shit, I'll pay the rent here.
That's not your shit,
You
yo.
don't pay shit.
I said, don't bitch you about to be sick and I'm
Don't
off
go
my
at him.
job,
Don't
bro.
go at him. Stop. Can you talk to us about anything?
The officer repeatedly asked the woman to stop yelling and to talk to him so he could help. However, as time passed and she showed no signs of calming down, he decided to put her in handcuffs and take her to the station.
No,
This is where
bruh.
things took a turn for the worse.
What
the
the
woman
fu-
resisted
what?
arrest and attempted to hit.
But you can't put your hands on no officer, bro. I don't give a fuck how mad you was. I don't give a fuck what's going on. But you can't put your hands on no officer, bro. You going straight down, bro. If you thought it was a game, you fucked up, boy. You fucked up, boy. Don't put your hands on no officer,
The
nigga.
officer.
It's crazy.
Thankfully, no one was injured, but she
You
continued to
tripping. Look
display
at her.
aggressive behavior.
Look at her.
wanting
She,
to
the,
fight
she
people
probably
in jail.
did hit, bro, first thing.
We have a fight, yeah. Somebody else.
You guys might need to. You guys might need to.
Y'all don't need to.
Oh, she a hothead.
Beat the out of one of y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna need some man officers.
Thank you.
The woman ended up being charged with domestic dispute, domestic battery, aggravated battery upon a peace officer, and resisting arrest. Back in 2012, when a TSA officer went to prison for 2 years for
blame
stealing
her,
more than
cuz.
$800,000 of items from passengers, ABC News set up a sting operation to see how widespread theft was, and purposefully left an iPad with a tracker on the security tray.
ABC News checked bags with iPads and cash, and
Thieving
purposely
ass
left
nigga.
behind iPads at TSA checkpoints, where our
That nigga got
iPad was last
ABC
seen
on
in
it.
the hands of TSA officer Andy Ramirez. 2 hours later, we were able to track the iPad as it left the airport and ended up at the TSA officer's home.
Brian Ross from ABC News. I don't know if you can give me a hand here. We're looking for a missing iPad. Missing iPad? Yeah. You found it. There it is.
Okay, this might be the craziest one of all, but at Toronto's airport, $20 million were stolen in gold and foreign currency from a refinery company in Switzerland that was sending it to Canada via the hull of an Air Canada flight. But shortly after the goods were transported into a cargo facility at the airport, a man driving a truck pulled up with fake documentation, allowing him to go in to pick up seafood that was delivered a day before. Once inside, an airport employee brought in with a forklift the container with $20 million in gold and foreign currency. Later, when the actual people came to pick up the goods, and Air Canada employees couldn't locate the container, an emergency was called and they checked security footage from city cameras to see the route the thief took.
Southbound on Dixie Road.
Crazy
Westbound
leg.
on Highway 401. We continued to follow the truck and checked each exit that Highway 401 intersects with. Air Mills Parkway, Winston Churchill, Trafalgar
said
Road.
for
The truck does
life.
not exit at any of these roadways. This continues into Halton Region as the truck passes James Snow Parkway. And we observe the truck exit at Bronte Road and go northbound on Bronte Road. Eventually, as the truck travels north of Milton, it becomes more rural and we lose sight of the truck.
And well, months later, the police came up with a warrant on possible suspects and ended up finding cash that seemed to be profits of jewelry made out of the stolen gold they sold, and a lot more incriminating evidence.
Smelting pots, casts, and molds. These are commonly used in the industry to change the composition of gold. We believe the items you see here today were used to change the composition of the stolen gold bars to different forms, like the bracelets you just
I'm
saw.
about to say that
The
shit
people
do
behind
look
it
kind
were
of
a combination of 2 Air
handmade.
Canada employees, a jewelry store owner, and other co-conspirators.
These individuals have been released on conditions.
They
and will
was trying to
appear
get
at the
that
Ontario
big
Court of
money
Justice
off
in
that lick,
Brampton
boy. They
at a
weren't trying to
later
hit no
date.
little
In
lick.
Manchester, England, a duo of robbers went into a travel agent office and demanded money before quickly fleeing from the shop. But to their surprise, it was a windy day, so they lost almost all their loot. After a man managed to steal a $7 million Van Gogh painting from 1884, another man got inspired by the heist and attempted one of his own at the Birmingham Gallery. Luckily for the gallery, he lacked object size awareness.
He's checked to see if anybody's watching, nobody is, and he tries to put it in his jacket.
Does he really think it's going to fit in there?
He,
is my
for a
question.
moment, clearly does. Anyway, do this now and walks out of the gallery, but he was stopped by staff as he tried to leave.
A married couple in Florida were arrested for selling golden tickets to heaven for $99 apiece, claiming that each ticket was made from solid gold and reserved the buyer a spot in heaven. When three masked robbers in Texas planned a heist that involved stealing a donut shop, on their way out they gave some of the stolen sweet treats to witnesses. Needless to say, that didn't stop them from testifying.
That's crazy, bro.
Suspect then grabs donuts from behind the counter, gives them to the witnesses, and flees on foot.
Okay, in this one there was no stealing of anything material, just of people's
I'm about to say that's some nice shit. That's not nice, bro.
time. NFL star Odell Beckham Jr. was kicked off an American Airlines flight for not following instructions to put on his seatbelt, which is illegal. So the police officer explained to him that he could just walk out of the plane, or they'll be forced to deplane all the passengers, including him. And he chose the latter.
For whatever reason, they're asking you to leave. They're going to rebook you on the next flight. I don't want it. Okay, well, this is what's going to happen.
As soon as they get off, you can do whatever you got to do.
We're going to have to deplane everybody on this plane, and then you're still going to get off.
That's fine. I would never, ever in my life get off the plane for you. Specifically you. Maybe everybody else, I would get off the plane. This shit don't mean nothing to me. Ain't no way you could look at me. Ever.
Guys, just go engage with them. Just go engage.
You gonna wait 40 minutes, and I'm gonna be on a private plane home. Good. Yeah.
Damn, OBJ.
Get your off the plane for a second. Yeah, I bet. Enjoy the cheese board on the way home. Get your ugly ass.
Your ugly ass.
There were no legal consequences
That
for
is
Odell, but he did get banned from
insane.
American Airlines and delayed the flight by 2 hours. With lotteries being able to go as high as millions or even billions of dollars.
I ain't gonna lie, what the fuck you saying to me, bro? You talking trash? Well, nigga, I'm finna be home in a little bit. Your punk ass still be sitting here. I don't blame, bro.
They have become
Shit.
targets for criminals
Fuck
all
it.
over the world to exploit.
What
Eddie
you gonna
Tipton is
say?
a man who was able to successfully rig the lottery but didn't really think it through. As the security director at the multi-state lottery, he realized that the random number generator wasn't as random as everyone thought, and he was able to change one line of code, which resulted in him knowing the exact numbers that were going to be picked out at a certain date. Fast forward to December 29th, 2010. Someone in Des Moines, Iowa won $16.5 million. And even though there was an initial wave of excitement from the lottery officials, days went by and no one claimed the ticket. Then weeks turned into months, causing Iowa Lottery to start getting desperate.
The Iowa Lottery has been looking and asking for everyone to please check their tickets.
With lottery tickets expiring worthless after a year and lottery officials like Eddie being barred from even buying tickets in the first place, Eddie started becoming desperate. And just 1 hour and 50 minutes before the deadline, a group of lawyers showed up to claim the tickets. But officials realized it was incredibly shady.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the winning ticket, but we don't have the person nor all of the background information about this winning ticket. We are not paying this particular ticket today.
So after an investigation, the lottery refused to pay, unless the person who purchased the ticket came forward. And the $16 million went to no one, and the FBI was called in. And that's when they released the footage with audio of the person buying the ticket. And many lottery employees recognized it was their coworker Eddie Tipton, who lived in an 8,500 square foot mansion with an inside basketball court and a 20-seat home theater. Apparently, he has been rigging the lottery for smaller prizes for 10 years, and no one suspected a thing, until he decided to buy the winning ticket himself, not planning on how he was going to cash it in.
What?